The 13 steps to hell were located at Maltby Cemetery in Washington. In this cemetery there was a staircase that went under the Emilia. It was said that this was the entrance to the tomb of a local rich family. According to the legend, you need to come to the cemetery late at night and go down these 13 steps. Going down the stairs, you will not hear a sound. Once you reach the bottom, if you turn around, you will see hell. They say that this vision will drive you crazy. Those who watched the people who performed this ritual say that they saw a person coming down the steps, turning around, and falling to his knees in horror. According to some reports, several children were taken away from there in a comatose state. Many of them then did not utter a word during their lives. The 13 steps no longer exist. As the story goes, they were either demolished or filled with concrete. Since then, the entrance to the cemetery has become absolutely free, without any restrictions, and there were even rumors that children undertook expeditions to the Maltby Cemetery, armed with shovels, in the hope of unearthing 13 steps to hell. My friend and I wanted to see for ourselves. You have to go down 13 steps, and after that you will see a small chair. If you sit on it, it will automatically mean that you have sold your soul to the devil. It sounds really creepy. I was at church with a friend of mine, and his pastor said that he went to this cemetery when he was 16 years old, and it was the worst day of his life. Our group went to the cemetery in Maltby. We tried to get there as close to midnight as possible. After an hour of searching in the dark, we finally found them. 13 steps. In the light of the moon, we could not see the bottom. We used a flashlight but still did not see the bottom. It was creepy, and one of the girls was so scared that she couldn't even look at the stairs anymore. I decided that I would do it, but after walking 2 steps, I began to feel bad. After 2 more steps, I felt dizzy. When I reached the 6th step, I became so cold that I could hardly breathe, and I began to hear screams and screams. I wasn't going to go any further. I couldn't even take the next step. When I turned to go back, I felt something push me in the back, and I could not see my friends. When I finally reached the top step, I realized that the screams and screams were coming from my friends. They shouted that I had disappeared when I disappeared below. I'm 6 feet tall. I couldn't disappear from the field of view, having only gone half the way. Needless to say, we were all absolutely terrified, and got out of there immediately. To this day, I dream of 13 steps leading to hell, and I always wake up in a cold sweat. Note, there are also 13 steps in the cemetery at Pleasant Ridge in the city of Palo. There is a staircase to the cemetery gate, which has 12 steps. However, at night the 13th step appears.
I created the channel quite recently. Please write in the comments what I need to change in the video. Please support me by liking and subscribing to the channel. Thanks.